Alright, my name is Tal from Go2 Cards, and today we are talking about these tins and all of the crazy buyouts that are going on. People losing their absolute mind. Why is this card so high? Why is this card expensive? This is a reprint. It's supposed to be cheap. This was predictable. We told you everything about the tins before they came out. We told you all of this. We told you not to buy the sealed. We told you were going to end up with a bunch of junk secret rares. We told you to buy singles instead. Not only that, we told you when to buy the singles. Friday, Saturday morning. We even said at some point on Saturday, these cards are going to start spiking back up. And there's reason for that. We didn't just make this up. We're actually opening up the product. We're seeing what's in here. We're giving you a cheat code on the tins. We had so many people say, no thanks, I'm going to wait till they all fall out. Well, good luck. Happy waiting. It's going to be a long time. You can go in there, you can look at the quantities that are in there, and you can predict what card's going to go up next. I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you the cards that are in there, what is happening with them, and why it's happening with them. But in all honesty, I just got to get this off my chest just a little bit. There are a lot of channels out there. And there are a lot of channels that do a lot of different great things. So, you take like a channel like House of Champs or MCole40 or Saki, doing great, fantastic work, doing stuff that we can't do. We cannot do what they do. The information they give you is hugely valuable. You take Jay's channel, Fresh Off the Press. He's giving you tremendous value. He does a lot with investing in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He can tell you what card to pick up, when to pick it up, and a lot of times he's right. Tremendous value. But one of the things that we do at Go2 Cards is that we're able to look at new sealed product in a way that other channels aren't able to do, because we're actually opening it up. We're opening it up and we're looking at it and we're seeing what is taking place, and we're giving you that information. We're just giving it to you. And then so many people say, thanks for the information, but so-and-so said these cards are all going to fall out. Well, so-and-so hasn't opened up any product. They don't know. They haven't seen what we're seeing, and they're not able to give you the most accurate information on this. This is what we can provide. I can't help you be a better Yu-Gi-Oh player. Other channels do that. I can't help you figure out what cards to buy out and go in and do that. Other channels do that. I can't help you figure out what cards are going to be played in meta decks in the future, so you should buy them. Other channels do that. But what we can give to the community, we can give you an inside look from a seller's perspective of what is taking place in the sealed. Look, I know that we're not Gamer's Choice and we're not these big giant stores out there, but I don't see any of those big giant stores out there giving you videos on what's in the product. We're giving you the information because we care, because we want you to be able to go in and get these cards at the best price possible. Honestly, that's why we're doing it. So let's jump in. Let's look at some of these cards on TCG Player and figure out what are the next cards that are going to spike up, because you've seen buyout after buyout after buyout. Opening weekend is over. I can tell you, this is not going to stop. It's not going to end. It's not over. It's not like the buyouts are going to end and all the cards are going to fall back down. They're not. These cards in the tins are harder to get as reprints than the originals were in the sets that they came out in. That's how hard this is. This is tremendously hard. If you want to see one of every secret rare in this set, because there's 100, you're only getting 36 per case, you have to buy 3 cases of this product. If you want play sets, you have to buy 9 cases. I just want to give you an example. Right here. This is a Pearly deck. All of these cards in here are ultras. There's not a secret rare in here. But one of the things that nobody's talking about is, I believe there are 150 ultras in this set. So in order to make this Pearly deck, which is super cheap, I think it's like 15 bucks we were selling it for. But in order to make this once, we had to open up 7 cases. 7? Not a secret rare in this Pearly deck core. We still had to open up 7 cases in order to make that deck core once. And you can do the same thing in the secrets, you know, all the other deck cores. We're able to give you this information of how difficult it is. It's one thing to say this is really, really hard to get all the cards that you want. It's another thing to tell you how hard is it. And that's what we're able to do on the channel. So my rant is over. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do this on every single Yu-Gi-Oh release. We're breaking it down. When should you buy? Should you buy sealed? Should you buy singles? We're talking about when is the best time to get these cards, what prices you should be looking at for these cards. We break down every single set of Yu-Gi-Oh. We did it with the tins. And, you know, not to, you know, toot my own horn or anything, but we nailed it on the tins. Everything we said in those previous videos, you go back and you listen to them. It's right, it's right, it's right, it's right, it's right. Every single thing. We do this on every Yu-Gi-Oh set that comes out. Maybe we don't get everything right, but we did this time. All right, so I'm going to bring you over to TCG Player, and we will go from there. And we're just going to look at just going to look at the cards and what's happening. So hang tight and let me get you over there. All right, here we go. What do we got going on here? Give me a minute here. This should have just popped right up. Why is it not? Oh, there we go. All right. So this is going to bring up something weird. So then we click down here. All right. So we're going to get out of best match. We're going to go to high to low, because that's what people care about. Look, your SP is already up to $55. When it was $43 on Friday, I told numerous people, buy it now, buy it now, buy it now. They all told me, no thank you, I'm going to wait till it falls out. Okay, well now it's $55. Same thing with Thrust. When Thrust was a lot cheaper than it is right now. I don't remember how far this went down. Maybe like 20 bucks or something, 25. But this has shot up 38. With the Blue Eyes, the quarter century, looking at 30 bucks. Bonfire spiked up, looking around 26. Imseti was the first to go up. Sitting there around 26 right now. But what I want you to see, you know, who cares about what price they are? Look at the quantities. 15 sellers are selling SP Little Knight. 20 sellers have Thrust. Blue Eyes White Dragon, 16. Again, Bonfire, 12. Imseti, 26. Dark Magician, 25. When you see the quantities this low, and we even told you, when the quantities are low, that's when you go in and you buy them. And the quantities have always been low on these cards. That's why they spiked up. I'll give you one right off the bat that I think you should be looking at right now, and that is the Dark Magician Girl. That card, it's hard to see that card. It's not like you're encountering this card in every case or even every other case. For us, it's like every 3, sometimes 4 cases, we get one of those. It's a tough card to pull. There's only 25 listings of it. It's a little bit higher than some of these other ones, but sitting around $20, I'm comfortable going in and grabbing that at $20. I think you should be too. I don't see it going down a lot more than that. So I think the risk versus reward, I would take the risk of it going down to 15 for the reward of it going up to 30, 40 some dollars. That's one that I would definitely be targeting. Wanted has spiked up a little bit. It's about $18. You were able to get this around 14, something like that. So it has gone up a little bit. It can go higher. Trust me, it can go higher. Dia Bellstar, unless you absolutely need this, I would not be buying it because it is confirmed for a reprint, but it's only got 24 listings. Dark Magician Girl, you see that 58? That's healthy. That tells you that $15, $16, that's pretty good. There's no urgency on that Dark Magician Girl. Chaos Angel, 34. It's kind of healthy. It's getting healthy. I wouldn't worry about Chaos Angel. If you need it, it might actually go down a little bit more. I don't know. But it's looking a little healthier than some of the other ones. Now, here's what I really want to talk to you about. Regeki already spiked up. You should have seen this coming. It's an incredibly cool art. And it's hard to get. And you put those two things together, it's going to spike up. Right here, though, Typhoon. Typhoon sitting at 13 listings, $14. This is a card that you're going to want to go in on if you need this card. Don't just buy it to buy it. If you're looking at this card, these numbers are telling you it's not going to go lower. These numbers, 13 listings, are telling you that this card is going to be at least $16 real quick. So what you've got preventing it from being $16 is 3 listings, and 2 of them are unverified, and one is my man Ruxin. I would buy that card from Ruxin right now. Typhoon is a card that you're going to want to get. First of all, it's a rarity upgrade. We don't see a whole lot of those, so it's nice to see them when they come out. This is not something that was printed as a secret, and now it's a prismatic secret rare. This was an ultra, and now it's a secret, and it's a beautiful secret. I would be going in on Typhoon right now. I would not be waiting. So Dark Magician Girl, the secret rare, and Typhoon are 2 cards that I wouldn't be sitting around waiting if I were you and you wanted those cards. All right, going down a little bit more. Dissipator's fine. Quem's fine. The Centurion cards, like if you want the Centurion cards, it does not appear as though they're going to be going down and they're going to be cheap. So they have spiked up. They were cheaper than this. They were somewhere around $5, $6. They're back up to like $10, $9, $10. Only 10 listings on that. That's a little worrisome. The Harpies Feather Duster, I would kind of wait on this. 36 listings. That's really approaching healthy. There's no urgency on that card right now. King Sarcophagus, another one that spiked up very early on, sitting around $9. Ground Xeno was a card I was going to tell you to buy on this video, but it has already spiked up. It was around 5, and now it's sitting around 8. I don't know what to do with the Primal Being. That's been sitting around $7 to $8. Kind of a really slow creep on that card. But eventually I do think that it is going to go up rather than down. So if you want it, I don't know how good it is. But if you want it and you think it's good, now might be a fair price on that card. Going over to page 2. That Red Eyes Black Dragon, I would be snagging that card up. It is not easy to pull. $8, $7.50. I would grab that card. It's a beautiful art of Red Eyes. That is definitely one I would be targeting. Crimson Dragon has been sliding up. The other two on the top row, those are your Centurion cards, which have all kind of gone up. But Crimson Dragon was sub $5. It's now pushing $6.50, so it is climbing up. The limbs of Exodia sitting around 4s, but they are pretty healthy, so I wouldn't see a whole lot of urgency. Generally, with the quarter centuries, there's probably not a lot of urgency to come in. I would wait for all of these to fall out. It's the secrets. And the alt arts, this invocation was super cheap, and now it is spiking up. The alt arts are things that people are definitely going in on. Revolution Synchron. This is a card that I would be looking at as well. Sub $5, sub $4. And right below it and over 1, the Mind Castle. This is another card. Only 24 listings on this card. $3.50. If you want it, you only need 1. That's a card I would be targeting 100% right now. That 24 listings is very dangerous getting to buyout mode. I would not wait super long on that card. Coming over here, another alt art that I would be targeting would be Mechaba. You only need 1. $2.75. It's a really cool art. I'm just, again, if you want it, I would not wait super long. There's only 17 listings of this card. Pay attention to the listings. It's not always the price that matters. Listings matter immensely. That is dictating the supply that's out there. So I'd be looking at that card 100%. Both tokens I would be looking at if you want them. A lot of people just want one of each. That's what I want. That's what we've been selling. That's how I've seen people wanting these cards. So $5 for your 2 tokens I think is a pretty decent deal. As well as your limiter removal. Probably the least desired of the alt arts, but still something, if you want it, I'd go in and get it. Time Tearing Morganite. Another card. Only 29 listings of this card. $2. I don't see this card going super low. Like, it's not going to be 30 cents. So what are you waiting for it to hit $1.50? This card could easily go up. So I would be targeting that card as well. Going over, I think this is kind of like the last page that I'm going to go through with you all on this. But, let's see here. Dark Corridor, if you wanted that card, that's got a healthy amount of listings, but $180 is not a bad price. This is the card that I'm really wanted to talk about. Gravekeeper's Inscription. This card was super cheap. And it got bought out all the way up to $153. There's only 36 listings. There were a ton of listings of this card. It was super cheap. So if you want it, I don't see the card going a whole lot lower than $1.50. I'd be going in on that card. And those are kind of the cards that I'm looking at. I do like to go in the back, look at some of the cheap ultras, look at some of the cheaper secrets, and make the decision for yourself. Like, do the quantities look low? Is this a card I want? Is this a card a lot of people are going to want? That's how you kind of break down these sets. There are still going to be buyouts in this set. Don't think the buyouts are over, and don't think these cards can't go higher than they are right now. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And my name is Tal from Go2 Cards, and I am out of here. Sorry for for my rant earlier, but it just had to be said. I don't know. Just had to be said. I had to get it off my chest. So thank you for listening.